Hello, everyone. You know what we love to do? Play with fire. We did a live one 2 weeks ago, and surprisingly, we didn't get ourselves canceled. So why not? Let's try it again. We're back. It's episode 4. It's time to recap. Subversion Live season 3. We already have a comment. Oh God, it's the live TV events of the year. Well, yes. If you've not watched episode 4, go do that, because everything we talk about is not going to make a lick of sense unless you go watch the episode first. As I always say in our YouTube description, there's a link to the Discord, a link to our Instagram. Come and hang out in the Discord. It's way more fun in the Discord anyway. Without further ado, it's all about the guest. I know many people are tuning in just to hear what he has to say, because he's very opinionated. And I'm also looking forward to what the hell he's going to say, because it's always a hoot and a holler. A season 1 alum, it is Brent. Welcome up. Oh, there it goes.
Hey, how are you doing?
I just got off of work, so I mean, it can only get uphill from here. How are you?
Okay, I'm great. Honestly, it's so great to be back. You know, I used to podcast almost every day many years ago, and now I don't podcast unless I come on your show. So that's why I'm fiending to come on and talk with a microphone in front of me just to hear myself, because all narcissists like us, we like to hear ourselves talk. Isn't that right, Ben? Yes, Ben. I'm talking to you. Yes, I just want to say right off the top, because we may forget to talk about it in the events of who got eliminated, but I just, on behalf of all of the twinks and the old gay men of the world, I want to thank the editing team, i.e. your man, Foser, for giving us the last 2 minutes of this episode where literally by the end of it, I had to have a smoke. Like, that's what I had to have a smoke, because that was some soft core gay porn shit right there. That is what that was. That boy wants to see himself naked all the time, and it's just clear as day. So I just want to thank the production team at Subversion for giving him what he wants, which in turn gives us what we want, because I had a good time. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I mean, I got my life, you got your life, okay?
And I don't think it's, and again, I'm not around 24/7 with the cameras and where everyone's going, but I don't think this is the last time he strips down.
I'm sure not. I'm absolutely positive. As someone who stripped on season 1 of Subversion and loved to see himself naked all the time, I understand, Ben. I get you. We are animals of the same spiritual nature. I get you. I really do.
But it was great, because during confessional time, I'm off in my little corner with Foser. He's downloading shit. I'm writing the quiz and making sure all the answers are up to date and correct. And then all of a sudden, Ben is no longer in overalls. He is now in a toga with nothing else. I'm like, what? Why? How have we gotten to this point? So
like what
to get right. The connecting.
So yes, let's just talk about it, since we're talking about it. So he's mad because he's wearing green, something that looks green. There's a teeny bit of green in his t-shirt, and there was I guess the overalls that he was wearing were a little too close to green. Yeah. So they called him out on it, and he had to change. So he just said, "Fuck y'all, I'm going to change right here. Fuck y'all, I'm going to give you the show. You want the show? I got the show right here. So I'm going to give it to you." And then he spent about a minute and a half with his full chest out, showing us everything that he's worked on, which, as someone who is in the gym every fucking day, I appreciate. I mean, you work for it. You want to show it off. I totally get it, okay? But let's own the fact that you're a narcissist. I remember 25 years ago. Oh, my God, I'm dating myself, CLC. I remember when I went into the VA with my then boyfriend, and we sat down in front of the doctor, and she looked at me, and she said, "Brent," she was Russian, "Brent, you are a narcissist." And it's seriously, like, right in front of him. And since then, like, I've just owned it. I'm like, wow, God damn, that woman called me out. And so, like, I feel I have to call Ben out on this one. Like, just own it, shit. Own it, girl. Like, that's exactly what you are. You're a narcissist. You love to see yourself. And so we're gonna look. You want to show it off? We're gonna look. That's what my grandpa always said. They want to show it off. I'm gonna look.
Absolutely. Honestly, we know gamers can't read. It was in the what to pack in bolded massive lettering. It says, "Do not pack or wear green. You will be asked to change."
But that's the thing. You said it's apparent that gamers can't read. Is he really a gamer? Like, that's the thing.
True.
Like, is he really? I think he paid whatever the player's fee is this year to come down to Mesa and have a good time on a TV show, doesn't give a shit about what's going on, and just wants to see himself naked with as many people watching as possible. Seriously. And if he's the mole at the end of this, then I'm a monkey's uncle, and I'll step up and applaud. But I don't think he's the mole. I just think he's there to have a good time. Well, you know, if you want to pay $400 to have a good time, there are better ways to have a good time, Ben. Just saying.
Hey, we appreciate it nonetheless, Ben,
yes,
if you end up watching this. He's behind. He's
okay.
Openly admitted he's behind in watching. So
all right.
Let's hop into the episode. Is there anything you want to talk about before we hop into Alex immediately and his temptation? I know you had some words for Jabbar in the Discord. We'll get to him in a second.
So we're going to talk about the temptation, the exemption, and what he had to do to do it, and then Jabbar's subsequent explanation of why he went along with this. Okay, and by the way, as Alex, oh my God, Alex, as CLC said at the beginning of the show, if you're not in the Discord, you need to be there because it's like Untucked on RuPaul's Drag Race. If you're not in the Discord, you're only getting half the story. Okay, I'm telling you, because I got some tea from these people that I felt didn't go along with what I'm seeing on the TV screen. Mm-hmm. So apparently, Jabbar's explanation for going along with Alex, for those of you who watch the show, you see that he went along with Alex's scheme to get the advantage. Apparently, like magically, Alex has an iPad in his hands, which I was like, how in the hell are they ever going to get that one past somebody? You have to record it with an iPad, so you have to get the video evidence of it. And then Jabbar's explanation in the Discord is, well, he was my friend, and he said it was for a +1. Bitch, you are on a show competing with this man. If he survives, you could be out. Like, what the fuck? Like, I was more gassed that he was okay with giving him a +1. Like, I was sleeping with the mole on my season, and I wouldn't have given him anything. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that this production team set me up with the mole?
Y'all could choose whatever room you wanted. Y'all could choose whatever room y'all wanted. We set 0 up.
Yeah. They set me up with Daddy Matt on the first day. I walked in. Daddy Matt was like, hey, little boy, you want to stay in my room? And I was like, sure, Daddy. Okay. Yep. At the time he was with I think his then husband, but like then he's got divorced and he's moved on. So like it's all out in the open now. I'm just saying. Yeah, like I got fucked by the mole, and then later that night when I got executed, I got fucked by the mole. So
Which I guess now it's all in the open. I didn't know this was happening until far after the season. I forget who clued me in. I think Lee might have clued me in.
Probably Lee. I tell him everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When I got told, I was like, holy shit. I was like, I mean, we told Matt, like, hey, gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. Did not think that included that. But you know what? Y'all do you. Y'all are grown-ass adults. You're all 21. Well, minus Simona. Like, all y'all were grown-ass adults. We had... whatever. Yeah. Well, now that's all.
That was a good time though. That was like I was 18 again, and it was forbidden because because see, I didn't know this at the time. Matt was the mole, so then he was like in a hurry to get it over with because he didn't want to get caught by production. So then it lasted 3 minutes. But like 3 minutes was 3 minutes. Bitch, I got 3 minutes. I'm just saying with Daddy Matt. Okay.
We wouldn't have said it was not okay. It was just funny that y'all.
I know.
In the only room, y'all were the only room on the same floor as production.
That's why. Well. I thought you were gonna say we were the only room by ourselves. That's why I picked it because all the other rooms. I'm narcissist. I'm talking about myself on my season. Like all the other rooms were on the bottom. We were by ourselves at the top. So, and we were like the two older people in the cast, like old, and by old, I mean like we're over 40. Okay. So like, and like when y'all get there, y'all understand. I'm just saying. But we were like, let's just, we're going to extricate ourselves from the children. And then we had fun. So there we go. Okay. All right. Anyway, back to Jabbar and his crap explanation. He just moved up on my mole list because I just think Jabbar is very smart. And I did this explanation from him in the Discord just did not fly with me. It really did not. He said he did it because he thought it was 4+1 and he wanted to help his friend. Again, you're competing with this guy. I wouldn't have done anything for anybody on my season to help them that was going to fuck me. I mean, like, I paid $450 to go to this as well, and I took time off from work, and I want to be on the show, so I'm not going to help anybody else. So he is either far too naive or he is flat out lying to me with this explanation. I think it's the latter. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, much to your point, like when we designed this temptation, we thought this is going to be difficult. You're going to either you're going to have to convince someone to do it for shits and giggles and then film it after the fact so they're not around. And I'm having a great time, Lee. Okay, we're doing this every week live.
Lee, please.
Yeah, I was like, they're going to have to convince someone to break the rules, haha, giggles, and go back and film it later without their knowledge, because why not? So when we get back to the house in the morning and I get given the iPad, I'm like, well, shit, Alex got it, and Jabbar's in the fucking clip. I was like, Jabbar was fully down to do this. I was like, shit, this is not what I thought this clip would entail. But that is the rationale I had heard for the grapevine, TBD, if it's real or not real. But it was interesting to see how easy it was for Alex to get this.
Seriously, and I would have been suspected. I mean, really, Alex was lucky. Well, I guess the group was lucky because Alex would have done anything for the exemption. That shady bitch. But like, when Lee told him, and you're gonna have to sacrifice $20 for the pot. He was like, well, fuck that shit. I don't care about that. Like come on, $20 for an exemption and a double? Like, come on. Like, what are you talking about? Like, anybody in this cast would have done that. I don't care who they are. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. So that was the temptation. I thought it'd be a little bit more difficult, but thanks to Jabbar, an easy $20 out of the pot. And I guess
thank you, Jabbar.
Yeah, thanks, Jabbar. Thank you, Alex. Even though, again, anyone replace Alex with anyone on the cast and they would have done it. So. But thank you, Jabbar, for the great TV nonetheless.
Yes, and Alex is not off my mole suspect list either, even though I think he's a little introverted at times for me on a TV show. And then by that, I mean, like, sometimes you'll hear me call people boring, and I don't really mean they're boring. It doesn't mean like they're boring in real life. I'm sure they're very nice people. They could be very fun. It's just like on a TV show, you come off as introverted or extroverted, one of the two, generally speaking. And Alex comes off as a little bit introverted in the way he speaks and in the way his mannerisms are. And so it comes off as a little in when I'm a little more out. And so that's why I don't vibe with it as much. But he got $20 taken out of the pot. He got himself an exemption, which I remember in our double execution in season 1, the first one, because he was in the second episode. We had no execution in the first episode and a double in the second episode. Daddy Matt got himself an exemption for crying about it, for God's sake. Alex is also not off my suspect list because, and also he was really, 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 really bad at the basketball, like really bad. Like, girl, I'm gay and I know how to throw a basketball. So wow, that was. We'll go move on. We'll move on, Alex.
Truly, yes. Poor Alex will never live down the stand basketball. Never will. And honestly, I'm at peace. Let's hop into the first mission, a mission that everyone can succeed in. Thank the heavens.
Yay!
We're doing
God.
Well.
Yes.
We're doing well. I mean, some people certainly tried their damnedest to make sure the team didn't do well. Looks at a few of you, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is music map where ultimately we're alternating teams for the most part, but it's basically a game of a charades telephone. Either Jabbar or Sterling will choose a song that they believe matches the image that the team needs to land on. Then their first two people in line will hear the song and charade it out to one team. That team will then charade it to the final portion of their team and give a one-word clue to maybe help with the what's lost in translation.
Right.
And the final two people will then land on a spot, hoping that it's the right spot to earn money. The one trick at the end is that every spot is orthogonal to the last spot. So it's either in the same column or the same row. So if one team locks in a wrong stop and it's not in the right row or column, that kind of throws off everything, which we see on the first map. Taylor and Stephanie lock in the wrong image. which then inhibits Colby and Cooper from locking in the image they know is right, but they can't click it because Taylor and Stephanie fucked up the first image.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's hop into it. Any immediate thoughts you have? We can talk about anything that happened in the mission completely.
So I guess my reactions to this mission would be, boy, was it fucking long. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, every time I thought we were done, here comes, as I call her, Svetlana and Jabbar looking at the computer. Trying to find a new song. It's Sterling, but for some reason my dyslexic mind read positions the letters, and I say Svetlana. Obviously, I've been watching too much Heated Rivalry. I every time I was thinking it was done, it was another freaking round of charades and another round of charades, and then two more people trying to sabotage but doing a really bad job at it. Liz and Sammy. Liz and Sammy trying to sabotage. If you were trying to sabotage, I would like to see what you look like when you succeed, because you look amazing. Because they did pretty good. Like, if they were trying to sabotage, I'm lost on, because they could have literally done nothing and just stood there and gotten lots of sabotage on them. But they chose to go through with the charades, and their team eventually got it. So, and I lose track of who was on who. I remember the pairs, but I lost track of who was with who. But yeah, they eventually got it. So I think in the end the results were like 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4, and 2 out of 4 were the results for this challenge, and that's what I call a win. That's good TV. We like to see people succeed. We like to see the group as a whole succeed. We don't like to watch something and then by the end of it, it's like, okay, we got nothing out of that, and they earned nothing. What the fuck was that even for? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's bad. And I know let's take 1 minute just for those people who aren't on the Discord. I called out production because, like, a lot of the things that irritate me the most about Subversion is that their challenges are so fucking hard. Now, Carl says that they're medium hard. I say they're hard, and I think the cast agrees with me. But you say that they're medium hard because you want there to be lots of opportunity for sabotage, and it's hard to tell who's sabotaging and who's not because everyone's so bad at it. I guess from my point of view, it's like, I wish there would just be a few more of these kind of challenges early. So, because like I feel like if you have 2 challenges in an episode, which you basically do almost every time if there's an execution, then one of the challenges should be medium to easy, and the other one should be medium hard. That's kind of where I'm at. But I at least I was happy that they did a good job in this episode. It was gettable. You could get the money, and nobody could do anything to really sabotage because they were all working in pairs. You heard Taylor talk about it when he was trying to sabotage himself with Stephanie. There was no way he was going to be able to sabotage because there's 25 pictures, and one of the pictures looks like the song that they just got, and 24 don't, and she's with him. So what the fuck is he going to do to sabotage? There's nothing he can do. So he was kind of stuck. And but like I said, Liz and Sammy certainly were not stuck. They had every intention to sabotage and just failed at doing so.
Yeah.
Kind of sad if you think about it. So I mean, I don't know what to think about that. I mean, they made all this big deal in the confessional about, like, we're going to sabotage together, and then it was like womp womp. Like, I mean, Carl, you were there. Like, were they sabotaging?
In my opinion, no.
Okay.
Not well, at least. I mean,
yes. Okay.
Like,
well, that does it.
Yeah. Like, they basically charaded what the first group did for them and kind of gave really good clues to their group. I mean, ultimately, I think they're with Stephanie and Taylor.
I think so too. Yes.
Yeah, and ultimately Stephanie and Taylor do make two critical mistakes. In round 1, they were between the right image and the wrong image.
Right.
They land on the wrong image.
And then that's going to fuck them. Yeah, if they're in the
Colby and Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to fuck you because you have to be on the right column. That everything was it was in the right column vertically or horizontally. So, yeah.
And that's the one piece of sabotage I think that they did well at, is that I don't think because Julia and Alex did the initial charades, because the song was Fire Burning by Sean Kingston or whatever the song is, and
all right,
somehow along the way they were construing the song as opposites, and they even gave the one word clue as to Katy Perry that indicated it was hot and cold, which then led Taylor and Stephanie to picking the one that was red and blue versus just fire. So I will give them that credit. I think that was the
let's
one
give them that
sabotage.
credit,
but everything else, I feel like it was pretty like strong.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder why they were doing opposites when you saw I mean, I felt like the people in the second charades had it really easy because you saw what the people in the first charades did to give you the clue. You could just copy exactly what they did. I did love Liz's explanation about. I'm trying to remember. I think I wrote it. Did I write it? I wrote it down. God damn it! Oh, I don't think I wrote it down. Because I watched it like 3 times and I meant to write down the things that I love. The second or the third time, Liz said that she hates charades because she hates being reminded that she's in her own body. So she's like the anti-Ben. She doesn't like her body, and she doesn't like moving it, so she doesn't like charades. Not a big fan of it.
Yeah, that quote really was something else. I hate being reminded that I'm in a human body. Like what a strange sentence.
Like, are you an alien? Like, is this Disclosure Day? What is happening?
It really was odd because I wasn't part of the watch to choose the episode title, but then I just get sent the episode title. I'm like, who would say that? Like, what a weird fucking sentence.
Right? Oh, that was brilliant. It was something the other 13 people in the cast at this point would not say. Yes.
No, God, no.
Right? Yes.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
But yeah, no, definitely I agree with your assessment of them being like, oh, let's sabotage. And like, ultimately, I feel like they only did one big thing because like they were in a critical spot. They absolutely could have just said, we're not going to give you anything.
Yep, exactly. Fuck you. We're going to stand here and look pretty. Yeah,
exactly. Because like, sure, I'll give them the credit. They messed up the opposites in round 1. Obviously, round 2 goes perfectly, so there's nothing to be said there. But then round 3, their team is also part of the mistake of the octopus bed picture. But I don't blame them. I blame Jabbar. I blame Jabbar and that awful, awful song choice of Bed by Jay Holiday. Knowing your team has to act out that song, I feel like what a strange fucking choice, especially when he gives a confessional being like pre-2000, pre-2010s, or pick something mainstream, something that anyone can guess. And that was the one song amongst all of them where I was like, I've never heard this song. This is not a genre I listen to, so maybe that's just my lack of knowledge, but it felt out of left field. The Schraders didn't know how to act it out. It got lost immediately in translation, and I feel like Taylor and Stephanie have a decent logic of, I mean, they rightfully know the end spot, which means it has to be the octopus picture, or I think it's like a dining room picture.
Right.
But they were like, he would have chose he would have chosen a song that would have thought octopus or monster or something, so they rightfully choose the other song. So like I think a lot of blame is on Jabbar here, but obviously, I mean, if it's Stephanie or Taylor, a great Ooh, let's not pick that one.
I will say a little bit more about this challenge. It was interesting that in the beginning, Sterling and Jabbar were sitting there trying to figure out the songs, and then later on in the challenge, you see that Jabbar is still there and Sterling now has a parasol. Bitch is hot. Bitch is fucking hot because it's fucking Mesa, and she decided to wear black. That is why she is hot. I have to talk to Sterling for a moment. Girl, you are in Mesa fucking Arizona, and you are wearing all black out there. Crazy. Have you ever seen Wimbledon? Like, don't you see that people wear white to reflect the heat? Light colors. If you wear dark colors, they're going to absorb the heat and trap it in your body. That's why you needed the goddamn parasol. No, but you look cute with it.
I was under the sun, not Jabbar. It was hot. It was hot, and this is like I don't even know, like what, noon, 1, 2 p.m. It was spicy hot.
Oh so yeah,
I get it. I get it, and I feel like we tried to set them up in the shade, and then just the sun
moves,
moves, and then you're like, well, we set it up, and now you're in the sun, and too late, we're not moving it. So, but overall, I mean, I think there was a little bit from everyone. I mean, you can pick and choose your poison in terms of. I mean, I think Sterling was quite strong. Obviously, we know she's not them all.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Yep.
And I think Michaela was also very strong. I mean, she was carrying the duo.
Yes, she was. Ben was not doing a lot. Ben was doing whatever the fuck Michaela was doing. Seriously, like that. And he was like, this is the part that was weird, because now Ben gets to use his body and he just doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's like his body was suddenly foreign to him, and I'm not buying that at all. Like, again, I haven't taken him off my mole suspect list. I'm all here for a mole that just goes balls are out from the moment of go. Do I think that's what's happening? No. Because I feel like I have to wait to be proven that's actually happening before it's actually happening. Otherwise, I feel like I just feel like that production won't take that big of a swing yet. But you never know. But like, for him to be suddenly ill at ease in his own body was weird. And I would love for there to have been a confessional there explaining what the fuck was going on. Was he trying to sabotage? Was he, because I'm trying to work it out. Help me, CLC. I mean, can you? Was there a confessional that he was explaining what he's doing, or he just doesn't give a fuck?
I mean, I think there probably was. I don't remember everyone's confession every moment, but I think at this point, Ben's MO is quite clear that he just doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, all right, cool.
So if I'd have to imagine something similar vein was said by him that he just didn't care. So I think Steph calls it out. She's like, he's literally a musician. He's over here acting like he hasn't heard half these songs in his life.
Yes.
Doesn't know how to charade out even the lyrics to the
even
song
like
you're
the
hearing.
Easiest ones. He was just whatever Michaela did. He was just like she went like this, then all of a sudden he went like this. Like it was weird. It was just like I don't know. I just like, if you are the mole, then I guess you're playing well, but like, you're not doing anything to sabotage. I would have been doing like different things than Michaela was doing. I don't know. I don't know. I need explanation. I need a further explanation. Hold until further explanation.
I mean, I will agree, because Ben on your team, my love. I think I truly
who cares?
Blends together.
Yes.
Ben is on Sterling's team, because I do remember that they all tried to like briefly talk about, hey, here's what I listen to, here's what I don't listen to. These are more genres that are helpful. He did actively say that it was pretty much Beyonce or bust before the mission started, and like that. Certainly, I mean, she's got a great catalog, but and I can't make a song work with all, I know, right? All the images. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, pick your poison. I mean, truly, you got Stephanie and Taylor who pick wrong. There was that 50-50s twice.
Yeah, it's 50-50 twice both times. Yeah, like that's not a sabotage to me. That's just a wrong answer.
Just and
I looked at the images myself, and I understood how they went. They were between two different ones. So, and also just want to shout out to Poster for doing a really good job. That's a very tough challenge to edit well and make the audience understand what's happening. I felt he did a really, really good job putting up the images of what everyone was looking at. When Jabbar and Sterling were looking at the screen, we saw the images that they were going to choose, or the money spots that they needed to choose, and the songs that they picked, to go with those. And it was just a really, really well done. So kudos to him.
No, agreed. So I told him as well when I proofed the episode, I said this might be one of the most clearly executed missions from your editing perspective. Like, I feel like there's so many there's so many moving parts in these Subversion challenges. It's just really hard, and not everything is on a big board where you can see it from the audience, or there's something happening physically. Like some things are happening more inward, and again, inward doesn't work as well on TV and screen as it does with outward. But that's really all I had to really say on this one. I mean, overall, like a well done job across the board to the team. Like, I
think everyone,
kids. Yeah, good job. Like, y'all did that. Certainly followed it up with, not so great with the dice. Let's head to the dice.
Yeah, to be expected.
To be expected. So we kicked out this.
Set up the rules of this for me, please.
Oh, yeah. So this was harking back to episode 3.
Yes.
Right after Ian's execution, everyone got 10 dice apiece.
Different colors.
Different colors, different designs. They were told, hey, we're going to do a dice check. And if there are any dice missing, there are going to be monetary consequences. So it was 25 cents for a dice missing. They didn't know how much it was. We told them once we did the dice check. And there were 6 dice missing. So overall, I mean, pick and choose how you want to believe that those dice went missing. I think Sterling had 2 missing. Steph was missing 1. There were a few others who were missing just 1 die. TBD on how that happened. I mean, it's very easy for the mole to find dice and just chuck them, and they're never to be seen again. Who's to say? Who's to know?
Yeah.
But they were told, hey, you're going to want to keep your own dice. Just naturally, because you're going to have to do a dice check. You just want your own dice, but also you want to steal other people's dice, and there is an advantage for stealing dice.
Yes, that's what you told them. Yes,
that's all they were told. So,
and to be clear, I'm sorry, just to be because these are the questions that I had as an audience member.
Yeah,
they could not hide the dice on their person. They could not hide the dice. There were certain rooms that they could not hide the dice in. Other than that, everything else was fair game.
Yeah, if they were awake, they could have it on their person, which is why Emily stays awake all night.
I see.
So if you were awake, you could have. Yeah, if you were awake, you could have them on your person. I'm not going to make you if you're awake, you can have them. But as soon as you go to bed, they cannot be on your person because I'm not having people fondle you while you sleep to grab your dice. That's weird.
Yep.
And they can't be in bedrooms. I'm not having people sneak in people's bedrooms or bathrooms. Everything else on the table, and this cast will attest. This property was insanely massive.
I just want to say, is there anybody else that stayed up nobody else stayed up all night?
Just her.
Wow. Bitch wants it. Bitch wants it.
And it worked out for her. I mean,
God, I love her. I just fucking love her because she's so in on this. And I'm at the point where she's not the mole. She's up there with Julia now. Like I've crossed them off the mole. It's not possible for them to be the mole, in my opinion, because she wants it so bad. But I love that I can feel her competitiveness coming through the TV screen. Like she doesn't care if she wins $3. She wants to win the fucking game. And she's going to do everything she can to do it. I do have some issues with her decision later on in the episode with the groups, but we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, I will agree. I know some of y'all were up late, like 3 a.m. late, but she did not go to bed. And I came back the next morning and everyone was like, Emily didn't sleep. I was like, you know what? Bravo to her. Mm-hmm. And again, I love it. I mean, single-handedly, not technically to Sterling and Michaela, but she plays a heavy role in all 3 people who are out being out.
Yes, she does.
And I just think that's really incredible and impressive. And I tip my hat being you had a hand in sending all 3 of these bitches home.
Well, Bravo. That's the thing. I don't know if she wins the season, but if she gets eliminated tomorrow, she's left her mark on the season, and she can feel totally fucking proud with what she put out there. I was eliminated in episode 4, and I was the 4th person eliminated on my season, and I left everything fucking out there. So if you can go on the show and leave everything out there and know that you did everything possible, all you can do is pat yourself on the back and walk away.
Absolutely. So let's get to the dice, and we'll get to the Emily and her decision because you have some qualms with the decision that she made. I'm intrigued to see what you disagree with. So each person is competing individually. They're competing by themselves. No one else can see what they're doing. First things first, any dice that aren't their own go into the stealing box, and we raffle one of them.
So to be clear, just to be clear, so any dice that were not yours. So the most dice you could have to put in the boxes that were not basically the boxes that were equations, okay, that had advantages or money. The most dice you could have is 10. For those. 10. Okay. Yep. Cool. Okay. And any other dice? You kept
all your 10. Yeah. Yes, any other dice go in the stealing box. So,
okay. Got it.
So there were 70 dice that were ultimately stolen of the 140. So those 70 dice
given away.
That was again. I wasn't at the house because we have a separate production house. I stay at the production house. So coming back and hearing what transpired from midnight to 3 a.m. was great. Hearing people just give out their dice.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll trade. I think Cooper talks about it. He trades with Taylor. He also trades with Sterling. It's just we're just trading dice. When I told you, keep your own, which obviously those dice can't go towards money or advantages for the equations because they're not your dice. Obviously, they didn't know the full intricate details of that, but you
told them, yes,
keep your own.
Yes.
Keep your own. So there were so many dice that couldn't even go towards money, even if the group wanted to go towards money, because they were trading, giving them away. So inherently, the mall is probably encouraging that behavior behind the scenes, being like, yeah, let's trade. Let me make sure dice are moving hands as much as possible.
Okay, all right. But even and this is like, where it's like, yay, mole sabotage, but also, sorry, you can't see me, I'm applauding. Yay, mole sabotage, but also like the other 13 bitches in this cast who are not the mole, they're gonna do everything in their power to get a +1 or an exemption. Like, I mean, come on, like that's what they're gonna do. Like, I know I played Subversion, I know what everyone's going to do. And on my season, like you could take a +1 or you had to put money in the pot. But if the +1s were already taken, then you had to put money in the pot. Unfortunately, this time, everybody basically got to make the selfish decision, except for Liz, which that even brings up her mole status a little bit, that she felt secure enough a little bit. Again, I'm not ready to call her. She's not like at the top of my list or anything. But that Liz, as far as I know, Liz was the only person to put money in, or to put dice in the money boxes. Is that correct?
So, and this is why we chose PEMDAS equations, because I don't know if it's just me. Every week on my Facebook feed, I get a stupid PEMDAS equation that America is fighting over what the answer is, because no one knows how to do basic math in this country. It's why we're a very stupid country.
I have a gnat. Sorry, if you see me making.
Oh, you're fine. So it's why we chose. It's why we chose PEMDAS, because we knew everyone's going to be selfish, but we wanted an opportunity for the group maybe to luck into some money. People thinking they're putting their dice in boxes that are advantages, but because they can't do simple math, it's actually worth money. So that was the intention, being like, maybe they might luck in to some cash just because basic math is difficult, which you saw across the board. Many people were like, oh, that's a negative number. None of these boxes are negative. Because people couldn't do simple math.
My favorite. All right, let's talk. So just because we're talking about that, my favorite was Taylor. One. Again, I told him in the Discord, his best episode yet. Like, because I wasn't really feeling him the first 3 episodes, because I wasn't getting a lot from him. I guess it's just the editing of it all. You got to show some people in confessionals, and other people get kind of thrown by the wayside. And, like somebody who's, I feel like Steph has been way under-edited thus far. But Taylor, I got a lot from in this episode, his best episode. And when he said, okay, so I'm going to do this because I think it's one of the harder ones and I can do it. So it's 144 plus 16 equals 160 divided by 4 equals 40, and looks at the boxes, sees that the 40 is not there as an option. And he goes, well, and that's embarrassing.
No, truly, I giggle when he's like, these bitches can't do math, so I'm gonna do the hardest one because these bitches could never. And then I'm like, and then he fails to do the fucking math equation. Fucking set me to the moon.
Oh, it was great. He was like, and that's embarrassing. The timing of it was really, really good. Yes.
Beautiful. But why, and it worked out very barely, but why we loved the PEMDAS is that people thought they were putting dice into things. Liz, it maybe gaslit themselves, maybe they're just lying to the audience as the mole, did not put dice into a money box. I don't know if they had convinced themselves of this. They're like, I put 4 dice in a money box. They certainly did not. Again, maybe it's mole just lying to y'all, maybe it's just
math. I'm sorry.
Liz did not.
Okay, and does Liz go by they, them, hair, or pronouns?
They, she.
They, she. Okay, great, because I've been using she. Okay,
oh, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well, no, I just wanted to make sure. So she thinks that she put her own dice into the money and gave a confessional that she did, but you're saying that she didn't. So there were 3 dice that were in the money from whom?
2 from Alex, who again didn't give a fuck about the money, but I think
because he knew he had an exemption.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck.
Right.
But again, was going to go. So I think again another accidental bad math puts it into the money box, and then the other one comes from Sterling.
Really?
Yeah. So again, it probably is just bad math and thinking.
Okay.
You got to the right answer and you didn't.
Yeah, and I'm sure you guys work these out. Like, if I'm writing a math test and I'm gonna put boxes out there, I'm gonna look who's gonna make the most common mistake on the math part and give you the answer that you want to get to and put a box with it. And that anyway. But yes, for those of you who don't remember what PEMDAS is, it's parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Like, is that so hard? Like, I knew that, and I'm fucking full. Oh my god, I'm 51. I am 51. Oh my god, when did that happen?
Well,
seriously,
tell that to Stephanie, who is an accountant by trade.
Yes. I was like, oh my God. She's like, I'm an accountant, but I struggle with basic math.
Struggle with basic math.
Jesus fuck. Who the fuck is this lady? Seriously.
Like, hopefully the corporation is not watching. Hopefully the company is not seeing this.
Yes. Yes, I will say. So let's talk about Stephanie's decisions real quick. Let's talk about a few people. So
yeah.
So like, first of all, just off the top, it's totally par for the course for any Subversion cast that when they have an opportunity between money and advantages, they're gonna go for the advantages. They just are. They're gonna because everyone is scared shitless and they don't want to get eliminated from the game. So the fact that she said in the Discord that I think she gave away her dice at the beginning of the night because she wanted to sleep.
Yep.
But then she was able to get up and steal people's dice, I guess, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was.
She woke up early, found other people's dice, and then basically traded the dice she found to get her original dice back.
I was going to say she had to get her original dice back.
I think it was with Sterling, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But that was her whole... I mean, again, it was her strat that she stood by, but obviously, it hinges on you being able to find stuff when you wake up, because she could have woken up early and found nothing.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. But I called her out in the Discord. I'm like, was this an actual strategy? Like, is this what you planned, or you just happen to get up early and you're like, oh, I could look for the dice right now. Like, man, shit. But she kind of gave me an answer. It was like a little bit of both, but like I was like, whatever, I'll accept it. Fine, that's what your truth is. I'll accept it. I called her out because as the oldest person in my cast, I found the game very challenging, but because you're just absorbing a lot of information in a short amount of time, i.e. cramming. And I'm just not used to that. I'm really not. And there's been some people in the Discord said that you could practice for cramming. So maybe I should have practiced a little bit ahead of time. I felt like because I knew what was I knew what was going to be thrown at me going into it, that I could adapt quickly. Failed on that occasion, but and I'll never call people out for failing to figure out the mole is, because obviously I failed to figure out who the mole is on my season. What I will call you out about is for being fucking boring, for making stupid decisions, or just like fucking giving away your dice to people without a fucking plan. So Stephanie seems to think that she said she has a plan, so she gave away her dice with the intention of getting up early, finding dice, and then you filled in the rest for me. She's gonna trade with other people to get her dice back, because that was my next question. You can find all the stolen dice you want, but unless you find your own again, like, you're not gonna have anything to put in any of these boxes, because stolen dice can only go in the raffle for the exemption. Which, again, great, but there's gonna be a lot of fucking dice in there, and you don't know if you're gonna win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, and very intriguing, because I assumed everyone would come to the challenge with at least some of their own dice, and that obviously wasn't the case. Colby had none of his own dice. Jabbar had none of his own dice. Julia had none.
Yep.
Michaela had none.
Yep.
Steph had none.
Yep.
And 4 of those 5, Jabbar, Julia, Michaela, and Steph, didn't even steal any. Colby had 1 stolen die. But
I saw
all 5 of them just
bailed on this challenge.
Just said, honestly,
they
don't
fucking
care.
bailed. Yep, exactly. I don't care. So that left, and there were 14 people in the game at this point. 5 people said fuck it. So that's 9 people with dice. One of those people is probably the mole, unless it's one of the other 4 people. But anyway, we'll just say 9 people. So 9 people, and you're competing against those 9 people to get prizes and advantages. There was, an opportunity to win stuff here, and a lot of people just really failed at it. So I understand, again, as the oldest person in the cast of my season, I understand wanting to go to bed. Unfortunately, I fail at the getting up early part. So that was the flaw in my plan. But other people were able to. So the fact that people were able to be successful by stealing dice and getting their own dice back, congratulations to them. Again, she must have been so successful, because in the end, or just been very lucky, because in the end she got not 1 but 2 advantages, and there were only 4 possible. Really only 3 possible with your own dice. There were 3 plus 1s available, and then the exemption for the stolen dice. So, 2 of the 3 possible dice for your own dice she got, even though she gave away her dice at the beginning of the night. That's just fucking nuts. Seriously.
Yeah, very impressive. Yeah,
yes.
She walks away with 2 plus 1s.
Well done.
Liz walks away with a +1 and an exemption. So again, bravo to those two. The luck be a lady tonight, and it favored those two specifically.
No, Sterling was like, correct me, she was like
34.
That's what I thought. Wow.
She had 34 stolen dice. This episode, it truly made my heart break for Sterling. Like, not only does she have the most stolen dice, she has over half, or I guess right at half.
Yeah, right at half. Yeah.
So like 50% chance she's walking away with this.
Yep.
It doesn't pick her. She then also here's to say, I mean, in season 1 when we had the split double with Davey and Lauren, they were the 2 worst quizzers. So they would have gone home had we just done it all.
Oh no! Wait, I know what you're gonna say.
In season 2, the fate reversed. Nathan goes home at the split double when he wouldn't have. It would have been Kim and Tay, but because Kim and Tay are in the same group, Kim goes, Tay gets spared, Nathan gets yeeted by being in his group. Sterling would not have gone home in a unified double, and it's not even close. The team that she's not in, she outscored half of the people that were in the other group.
Wow.
Yeah, all of the worst quiz takers were in not Sterling's group. So it really just broke my heart seeing all the dominoes fall so poorly for her.
So Emily put herself rather unknowingly into a group with all of the best test takers.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right. So this is my qualms with Emily.
Yeah, let's get to Emily.
I don't understand. So she wins the box that enables her to select the groups, which if you've seen any season of Subversion is massively important. And also you're going into a double execution. So you know if you know your Subversion history, and these people should, like, I mean you should. You know that in a double execution, there's usually an exemption or 2 floating around. On my double execution season, on the first one, there were 2 exemptions floating around. Carrie and Matt got them both. I can't remember what happened on season 2, but I'm guessing that anytime you guys are going to do a double execution, especially early on, like there's going to be 2 exemptions floating about the group. And yeah, I would bet on it. I'll put it that way. At least one. There's at least one. And especially if 2 people are going home. And the fact that she wins this, but yet she doesn't put the 2 exempt players into the same group opposite her is mind-boggling to me. And she is a smart girl. I do not understand why she put Alex, who she knew was exempt, into her group. Why would she do that?
So let me defend her because she's already in the comments.
All right.
So we did not allow her to, and here's why.
All right.
Here's why.
All right. Well, okay. All right. You're off my shit list, girl.
Yeah, Emily, I got you, girl. I got you. So from our perspective, I mean, we have to pretend in this world that Alex, Stephanie, and Liz, none of them are the mole. We have to pretend for this situation that we're about to discuss that none of them are the mole.
Okay.
Our concern is if we allow Emily to just break it up however the hell she wants, she's inherently going to put Alex, Liz, and Stephanie all together because Alex and Liz have an exemption. Stephanie's got 2+1s, which is basically an exemption at this stage in the game when everyone's splitting. So that's already 3 people that are pretty much guaranteed to get a green screen in a group of 7. Now let's also assume that none of the 3 of them are the mole, and Emily puts the mole in this group, who is also guaranteed to be safe. Now you've got 3 people at the final 14, each having a 33% chance of going home. And like that would feel just nasty, rude, rotted, and terrible. So,
really? Wow. I'm shocked that you didn't allow it.
What?
Only because just because I like they had the opportunity to win the box. Like
that's true.
You know, like, and I feel like a lot of them really didn't go for that box. Emily was the one person who had a confessional about trying to win the box that had the groups.
Yeah.
So it didn't seem like anybody. And also, other people gave away their dice and didn't give a shit about this challenge. So if you were one of the 3 people that ended up like Julia, love you, girl, but if you ended up in that group with 2 other people and you got eliminated because of it, them's the breaks, you know?
Yeah, and those are the breaks, and we made that decision.
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and we made that decision prior to the season, so in our heads, we were even thinking 2 people have an exemption, 3 people have a +1, so like even theoretically, we could have had 5 different advantage winners that Emily could have thrown all together.
And the mole. You could put
and she throws the mole in there who doesn't have any advantage. Then one person is like shit out of luck. If like they're already outnumbered us. We were like, no. All we said is just split up the exemption holders.
Okay.
That's all we're asking. Everything else, do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay.
But, so she was not allowed to do it. She's not crazy stupid.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for filling that in. Again, you gotta be on the gotta listen to the after show to get the real story.
Exactly. You gotta get to see. But I do love her strategy of at least I'm gonna put all my mole suspects into one group. Obviously, I'm not sure she told anyone this. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have told anybody this, but like I enjoyed the strategy of being like, I don't want to be in a group with the mole because that inherently lowers my chances. And putting Stephanie in the other group because Stephanie has the advantages. So like, very smart to be like, I'm putting my mole suspects and Stephanie, TBD if that's also a mutually inclusive idea that Stephanie could also be the mole from her perspective. I don't remember who all she was sussing at the time, but like I agreed with her strategy of y'all go over there. So I send home a suspect of mine and hopefully I can out quiz the people that are in her own group. And obviously she outquizzes Sterling. So it all worked out in the end.
I can't wait to see the scores at the end of this. I just want to see the scores of what really happened in this episode. It was
gut-wrenching.
Like,
Michaela was, I think, the worst quizzer
obviously,
across the board.
Yes,
so, like, Ripperoonie. Actually, I do think...
Wait, are we talking about the executed people now? Because I have a costume change.
No.
Okay.
Obviously, one of the exempt people is not the mole. Maybe both of them aren't the mole. Michaela does outscore one of the exempt players. Obviously, TBD on how much you really factor in a quiz when you take it and you know you're exempt.
Yeah.
Like you're probably just like, who gives a fuck? So
like, who gives a fuck? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Who knows how they would have really done? But yeah, Michaela was the worst quizzer. Sterling outquizzed 3 or 4 other people. I think it was 3 people, and unfortunately, just bad luck there. But
bad luck.
I mean, it sucks, but sometimes that is how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. I mean, she did everything that she could have. Should have had the exemption, didn't get it. I think she put dice in the double execution box. So like I think she did. She did. So like she put her hat in the ring for that too. Just nothing went her way. It's just how it is. But any thoughts, Michaela, Sterling? You want to talk about Ben some more with your costume?
No. But I did have a costume change because just let me put down the headphones real quick.
Not she could have stayed up all night. I'm crying. Not that.
Now I'm here to talk about Sterling and Michaela being eliminated because.
God. We also mourning Sterling and Michaela, like truly.
I mean, wow. So I was watching this in bed with my husband who was asleep, and Foster, baby, you do such a good job with being so unpredictable on the red screen, blue screen thing. Like, half the time it's like, it's taking a long time and I'm like, oh, here comes the red screen. And then no, it's green, and then other times it's like, it takes a short amount of time and just boom, red. It's like, God damn. It's like when Sterling got eliminated first, I was super fucking sad because Sterling asked me in the Discord, like, who can't you lose in this episode?
I know.
And of course, I listed all the good TV people, which were Sterling and Michaela, amongst others. I think I had Emily and Jabbar and I forget, honestly. But like Ian was on good TV, but then he got eliminated in the second episode. But like for you to lose Sterling early was really, really bad luck. And obviously now we know really super bad luck for her considering she outquizzed other people. But then on top of that, to lose Michaela, who you like, I'm gonna call it as I see it. You guys were so fucking lucky to get this bitch on your show. She is beautiful. She is made for TV. She is ravishing. She is like, I mean, I'm gay as fuck, and she turns me on. She is just so fucking iconic, legendary. Her smile, her eyes light up the camera. like when she said yes to you guys, you must have been jumping for joy because she is so good in the confessionals and on the show. And like she was giving everything. So the fact that you lost her here so early, man, this is like I can't remember. There's a word for it where anybody could go home at any point, but like it's that kind of show. It's not Survivor where it's a popularity contest. It's the mole. It's Subversion, and so you have to quiz well or you're out. And wow,
trust me, like we have not loved it. I mean, not that we. I mean, we still don't have. I mean, really, the only thing that I root for is like for the non-suspects to get the fuck out. That's just like my own production.
Yeah. Like I said,
that's it.
I said it in the Discord. Like, why can't the boring people get eliminated? And I already, you know what? I'm sorry. There are a few boring people there. Let's just call them out right now. Okay, Steph, I feel like you're a little boring. Okay, I'm not getting a lot from you. Like, I feel like you are being a little bit under-edited. So there's that. I didn't get a lot from Steph at all in this episode. Like, but she was also with Emily. So in the initial challenge. Yeah. Let me look at the list real quick. And she didn't have any dice, so so there was really nothing for her to do. Some of that may be part of it. But like really, just not feeling her in this episode. Sammy, I just have not gotten on board with her. Like I have tried, and other people are like queen, icon, and I'm just like, really, like really. I mean, I guess we'll see. Like, show me more. I want to. It's again. I'm like, I'm going to take this off real quick. I'm the ultimate person who's like, like it's television. So make sure to show me, don't tell me. And I feel like right now Sammy's telling me a lot of stuff, but I'm not seeing it. So that's where I'm coming from as far as Sammy goes. Ben, again, I'm not even sure what the fuck he's doing on the show. Like, I echo what Sam said either last week or the week before. Was it last week that Sam? No, it's 2 weeks ago that Sam was on the show. Yeah, where Sam was like, you come on a show to play the games, and then you don't play the games. Like, you're just walking around doing nothing. Like, what the fuck did you even come on the show for? What did you pay? I mean, this is not cheap. For you to come on Subversion, it's like, I mean, probably minimum $400. Like I think that's what it was during my season. It's around there. Like it's $200, $300, $400, $500. It's in that area. Okay. You're going to pay a significant amount of money to, because you have to pay for the house and there's prize money available. I think that's already paid for, but whatever. It's the house and all the food you get and all of that stuff. There's a player fee. So you come on and then you don't try. Like that just sucks. I also called out Alex a little bit for being kind of introverted and boring, and I don't feel like he is. It's just he's a little in where I'm a little out, and I want him to be a little bit more out. And I like Alex when he's a little bit more out, and I feel like there were a few points in the last 4 episodes where he's been a little more out. But I feel like he defaults to in. And if you're someone who defaults to in as someone who's a little more out, I'm just not going to vibe with you as well. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means I'm not vibing with you at the moment. So, to be determined. You're still on the show. There's still more to be seen. And I love the people that talk back to me in the Discord because some people just give it back to me. Other people couldn't give a fuck what I have to say, which is fine. But seriously, I was so heartbroken to lose Michaela and Sterling in this episode. Sterling in particular was just really giving everything, and her deadpan delivery in her confessionals was just so like she's somebody who's a little like you could say that Sterling is a little more in. She's like but she draws you in because you want to hear what she has to say. She's very good at giving little short bite confessionals and making people root for her. And I was rooting for her all the way. And just a really bad luck to lose 2 mighty women in this episode. And, No,
we won't ever financially recover from this. Like, it really, trust me, when the scores come in, this was the one, not that I don't do this every time. Like, this was the one time where I was like, we need a triple check. This can't be right. Like, I refuse to live in a world where these are the 2 people we're losing.
Right?
Like, it was the one time I remember triple, quadruple checking, being like, no, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I'm like, well, damn, this is miserable. Like, it truly, because you know when you're on site who is giving to the cameras, you know
Mhm.
who's giving it, and you're just like, you don't
Yep.
want to lose them. And of course, it's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like we felt the way with Mark in season 2. Like we knew Mark was gonna give, and it's just like, God damn it! Like Shilpa, we knew.
Yep.
And of course, it's just like we knew you and Carrie were giving. It's of course, it's like son of a bitch.
Back-to-back
like,
eliminations. Yes.
Like why are we losing Team TV?
Yeah.
I mean. And yeah, I mean, some of the people are more introverted in the confessional space. Like, I think Cooper and Colby and Alex are far more outgoing than they're giving in the confessional booth. But that's just ultimately, it might be camera shyness. I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah, like there's not as extroverted as I know that they are.
The funny part is like I was thinking that there were a couple of straight boys in this cast, but apparently there's not. So like I just want to say to the people who are applying for season 4, maybe did the window already close for season 4? It did. There was a guy who applied for season 3 who was like, he was like, I'm gay, so I think that would be, you know, I'd be a little bit of a minority for you guys to have on Subversion. I swear there was.
No, it's true. It's true.
There was a guy.
It's true.
Yes, I saw the casting videos. If you're gay, like you're gonna be with the majority on this cast, okay? So in fact it's the totality on this cast.
It is the totality.
But if you're a hetero guy, you maybe think about auditioning for Subversion. We'd love to have you. I had hetero. Wasn't there a hetero guy on my show? I forget. I lose track. Honestly, I lose track. I don't. Maybe there
was.
There wasn't. Was there?
There
Lee,
were
help
two.
us.
There were two.
Are we talking
Devin,
And Davey.
Davey, yes. Davey.
Oh, but Davey was gay baiting that whole season. He damn well knows it. How we had 4, 5, 6 different confessionals being like, Davey keeps unbuttoning that shirt. It's to me. So I want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from Davey. Davey, I hope I forget what he's doing. Peace Corps. Hope that's going well.
Yep.
Love. I don't even know if he's got internet where he is, to be honest.
I don't know. He's doing the good work out there. God
Truly.
bless him.
Yeah,
he's
doing
a good
the
person.
good work.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
Couldn't fucking
I know,
be me.
right? I could never. Would never be me either.
Yeah,
far too shallow.
Not.
Yeah,
same. Fuck no. But that brings us to the end. So now this is your time. Winner, who's the mole? Any last things you want to tell this cast? Because I mean, a lot of them are here watching. I mean, all day today they've been dreading this. They're like, "Oh God,
I'm not that mean. I'm really not.
No.
Like I call out people for doing stupid things, and then Emily had a quick explanation for why she did what she did, which I didn't even include in the Discord because I didn't want to spoil all the stuff that I was going to say on the show in the Discord. But I'm glad that CLC set me right, and she couldn't put the two exempt people in the same group, which I knew she would do. She's a smart girl.
She's a smart cookie.
She definitely would have done that. But no, like. Cooper is somebody who is I think he's snarky and a little adorable. I think that's what I said about him early. And I'm gonna stick with that. I don't really know what to make of him. Like he's not giving as much right now. But I'm intrigued. Like I want to know more. Like you're still on the show. You could be the mole, I guess. The people that are not the mole to me. Emily and Julia are the people that are not the mole, and thus I would love for one of them to be the winner. For Emily to win and fulfill her dream would be just great. Julia is such a competitive girl. Like the fact that she had that when she told that one group, it was last week. If you guys are gonna suck that bad, just stop.
Don't do it. Just stop.
Fucking stop. Yeah, it was fucking classic.
And I was right next to her. I was in her station, and I was trying not to lose my fucking mind. So I'm right next to the camera, and I'm like trying not to lose it. So I'm like, shit, she ain't playing.
That was like, so fucking good. Like seriously, both of them, Team TV, and I'm hoping that you don't lose them anytime soon because also like I said, Jabbar, he's probably my top mole suspect at this point because I feel like he's smarter than this. Like the thing with Alex just doesn't fly, and he also did a few things that were just a little moley to me. Like again, I almost said Svetlana. Sterling. I know it's cracking you up. Sterling, I'm just dyslexic. I'm not really. Sterling is like she's like, we should pick the right pictures so that there's no possible pictures for it to be. Everything that she said, Jabbar was just like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do that. Like, I mean, Jabbar was not adding anything to try to help her. It was all Sterling from my point of view. Watch at least the editing clip that I got of the two of them together a few times.
Yeah.
I really didn't think that Jabbar was helping much there. So he's probably on my suspect list at this point. Stephanie, I guess, is on my suspect list a little bit. I'll put it this way with Stephanie. I do not think that a person who's the oldest person in their cast can win the show. And thus, the more she survives, the more she goes up on the list. So that's where I'm at with her, because I couldn't do it. I mean, I'd love to try again, but I couldn't do it. Steph is just somebody it's like TBD at this point. I need a little more information. Again, this was a slow episode for her. Liz, the weird confessional at saying that she put money, but she really didn't. It's like, is she really just bad at math? What did she think she was doing? Was she just flat out lying to us as the mole? And also, like, the fact that she says she was trying to makes me even a little more suspect of her as the mole. I know that sounds weird, but it's like everyone else is dying knowing that a double's coming up. I mean, I think they did know a double. Yeah, at this point, they knew that a double was coming. Okay, cool. And so she uses dice to be nice? I don't know about that, Carl. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't have done it. Not a chance in hell. I'm doing it.
Also, I don't think that Colby is the mole either. I feel like Julia, Colby, and Emily are the people that I have in the not mole category. Colby, he just seems too good-hearted, too nice, too straightforward. Good husband material. Just want to say, it seems like it. Really gorgeous guy. But really hasn't done anything that I would see as suspicious at this point. If is there anybody who I've missed? Is there anybody who I haven't said anything about? Obviously, if you've been eliminated, I've already mourned your loss. Yeah. Ian, Sterling, Michaela. But I just I don't know. I'm just really bummed about that execution, and I hope it doesn't continue. And I'm absolutely positive that that Ben is the person that this cast is going to get progressively more and more irritated with, where they're literally rooting for his execution at some point. That is what I'm absolutely positive of. So we'll see if my prediction comes true. because how could you work with somebody like this? Like, eventually he's going to get on your fucking nerves at some point. Like, all of these people have been deprived sleep, or some of them have. And his behavior is something that would definitely irritate the living fuck out of me. Like, I mean, I ripped Carrie a new asshole on my season for doing something that was not that bad when she just sat down. And here you have a guy who literally doesn't give a fuck about any challenge. And, I think I'd lose my fucking mind. So, for these people who seem just as competitive as I am, Julia, Emily, I feel like they'll have something to say about that.
You gotta hold it down for Brent. To close us off, I'll give Sterling and Michaela the final words here, because I did say something earlier. So Sterling's for the dice challenge. They didn't know it'd be a raffle. Like, again, we didn't disclose all the info to them the night before. They obviously learned the details when they came and did the challenge.
Right. So
they thought, it's just the person who has the most is going to get the advantage. Obviously, that's not what was said. They implied that, and that's ultimately the route that they did. But Michaela fucking taking me out. I just didn't want Emily to have it, so I gave my dice to Sterling so she would have it, not Emily. And honestly, Michaela, icon behavior, but Emily got I guess Emily got her revenge, got her 2 licks in, because you tried to make sure she didn't get it, and then she ends up putting you in a bad group for you. I guess you would have been toast anyway, but love you dearly.
Still, yeah, exactly. I mean, like, it was just, bad luck all the way around. So
exactly.
But I understand where Sterling's coming from. I will say that I didn't love the raffle aspect of this. I like people. I'm very much with Sterling in terms of I want it, give it to me. Like, I had the most. I did what the challenge asked for. Fucking give it to me, bitches. I would have been more interesting. Again, 2020 hindsight. But if instead of a raffle, it was like, we're going to put you in order of who has the most dice from who has the least of their own dice. Like, if you have all 10 of your dice, you're at the front. If you have like one of your dice, you're at the back. And just have people go through and try to fill up a box. And if you fill up a box, then you win that advantages. So like the people who are going to get the advantages are the people who did the best in this challenge, not somebody who just, put one dice into something and lucked into something. So,
very valid. Very valid. Yeah. I don't know why we chose raffle, to be honest.
I
don't remember the convo.
I know it happens.
I mean, obviously,
not everything can be a hit.
Would have preferred Sterling get it because Sterling was an icon and we knew she was serving. Unfortunately,
Yes.
But if I could rewrite it, I would.
Yeah. But the problem with Sterling having 50% is that even though the other 50% is divided up into everybody else, the problem is there's also a 50% chance of it not being Sterling.
Not being her, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't mean you don't know who's going to land on, but it's not going to be Sterling.
Yeah.
So, like she got 50% of them, but there's also another 50% out there. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
But we'll see if the boot order gets any fucking worse. We'll see if we can redeem ourselves.
I hope so. If you're going to ask me, who would I want to get eliminated? I don't know. That's probably a mean question.
I have a sneaking suspicion who it isn't.
Yeah,
so, I mean, anyone that wasn't who you don't want it to be.
I mean, at this point, it'd probably been Ben and Sammy. I wouldn't cry for them. Like, I wouldn't. I'm just being honest. I haven't grown to love them yet. I gotta see. It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a burning desire at this point. I want to know more. I gotta see more for them. And at this point, I'm not getting what I want from them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe they will give, maybe they won't. You'll have to tune in to episode 5.
Yes, and I just want to say thank you guys for being good sports. Nobody asked to be let out of my rantings this season, and I would have if somebody asked me to. But when you go on a show like this, you're going to have some people. I mean, this is your experience at reality TV, and everybody wants the experience of reality TV. And you're going to have fans like me who come on and just have some shit to say. And it doesn't mean that we're right. It just means it's our fucking opinion. And I'm sorry, I got a microphone in front of my face, and I'm going to put my opinion out there. And you can come back at me because you know who I am, and you know my Twitter name, and you know my Discord name, so you can come back at me if you want. But that's the thing about being on a show like this. You put yourself out there. Thank you for putting yourself out there. Thank you for going out and playing the fucking game, because it takes balls, and it's nervous as fuck when you're not the mole and you're not exempt and you're sitting there waiting to see who is executed, and it's all about what you did on the quiz and nothing else. It is terrifying. So bravo to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely bravo. Love y'all season 3. I look forward to seeing what y'all have said in the safe space over the past 75 minutes. I'm nervous.
Yes, I forgot. I forgot about the safe space. Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah, it's been popping. It's been popping. So I look forward to reading it. But episode 5 this Thursday, June 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be back in a week from today. TBD if it's pre-recorded, TBD if it's live again.
Right.
I don't think this was a disaster doing it live again. I don't think we got ourselves canceled. So
I can carry it. Come on.
We'll do it again. But for Brent, for me, thank you for Lee for popping in for 5 seconds. We're peace
right.
out.
Iconic.
Good night, everyone.